Talks!
Welcome to episode 9. On this episode, we'll be talking about sleep and some food you may or may not want to eat this summer.
We're getting close to the end of the year. Do you know what that means?
Exams, exhaustion, summer.
I was thinking more about prom, and some of you guys have some really good moves.
We hope everyone has a great time at prom and you show off one of your favorite dance moves.
I'm sure all that dancing will have everyone tired this upcoming week.
Speaking of tired, a few of our BHB staff went out and found why we're so tired and why school starts oh so early. We all know waking up for school can be one of the hardest parts of the day. No matter what time you wake up, it can take a toll on your mental and even physical state. From attending early morning test review sessions, club meetings, catching the bus, and much more, it can be exhausting. So we turned to a few students and asked them how much sleep they get on average.
4 or 5 hours, probably.
5 or 6 hours.
6-ish to 3 hours, but I usually get around 4 or 5.
Pediatrician Dr. Carlisle expands on why teens need more sleep than most are currently getting.
So typically teens are supposed to get between 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Since that melatonin spike happens later, even a teenager who's exhausted by 9 o'clock, suddenly they're kind of feeling awake just because of that.
Teens' bodies naturally want to stay up late due to the influx in melatonin at night. By waking up very early, those melatonin levels don't go down until the afternoon. This can lead to students sleeping in class and a lack of focus.
Definitely. It's kind of hard when the lights go off.
Jack Ritchie has a first period spare and explains the impact it has had on him so far.
Prior I woke up at like 7, and now I wake up at like 8:45, 9. I'm more awake in school than I was before and sleep less.
This issue is very pressing as it can lead to many mental and physical health problems.
It's the potential for depression and mood disorder because of not getting enough sleep. We see a connection with sleep possibly making you more at risk for cardiovascular disease and diabetes.
Students with busy schedules can be more at risk as they become more focused on succeeding rather than sleeping. While this may be the case for some students, other students don't have a choice. Senior Mary Richardson rides one of the earliest buses, waking up at 5 a.m. to catch it at 6 a.m. Mary explains what she does to stay awake during the day.
I eat breakfast, I have a cup of coffee before I leave, and I have to bring a travel mug with me on the bus to drink.
Though many students, teachers, and professionals alike express the positive side effects that a later start time could have, Suzanne Swanger and Miss Kay bring awareness to the problems facing a late start schedule.
The students who followed the rules continue to follow the rules and be there on time. Those that would normally be late are still going to be late.
I think the issue that we have to think about are the questions and the logistics, whether it be transportation or high school students caring for younger siblings has to be a consideration. There's just a lot of things to a school schedule.
This is a major problem facing the education system, and we don't know if school schedules will ever be changed. But here are some things that you can do right now to better your personal sleeping habits.
The light from the screen will keep you up, but there are these glasses called blue blocker glasses that you could get, and if a teen used that at night, then it might encourage their body to let the melatonin come a little bit earlier.
No matter what category you fall in, a majority of people can agree on the importance of sleep. Whether schedules get changed or not, you now know how to be more mindful when approaching this issue. This is Mackenzie Rink, Sarah Edwards, and Ariana Clackler reporting for BHB.
Mackenzie said it all. Get some rest, Blackhawks.
And after this summer, the Denmark Exchange is going to be coming back up. On HotQuest, May 24th, there's going to be a meeting.
The Denmark Exchange program happens every year. In the spring, students from Denmark come to the United States to stay with students from North Buncombe. The next year, in the fall, North Buncombe students fly to Denmark and stay with the same students from the year before for 2 weeks and experience a new lifestyle and different cultures. Miss Gill organizes and sponsors the exchange.
The idea is that you see another school, another way of living. They get the same experience. There's a lot of differences between Denmark and the United States and a lot of similarities, and I think it's really fun for kids because they get to see what's different, but at the same time they're comfortable enough.
Students stay in Copenhagen for the first few days, then travel to Obro to stay with their host families for the rest of the trip.
March 2020, the Denmark students will be joining us here at North Buncombe. September 2020, we'll be joining them in Denmark.
If you have any interest, go see Miss Gill or Mr. Desio.
It's not bad.
Yeah, just wait.
Oh no, it's bad.
What up? I'm Dylan Bailey.
And I'm Logan Noah.
And you're watching Hawk Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. Today I'm joined by Captain James Sullivan. You know him as Captain Sullivan,
Okay,
North Buncombe's 2019 Teacher of the Year and head of the NJROTC. Captain, thank you for coming on the show.
Happy to be here.
How are you with spicy food?
I'm okay. I don't like spicy food to the point where I can't enjoy the food, and my wife suffers from reflux.
Oh, no.
She does most of the cooking in the house. We don't eat a lot of spicy food, so I'm sure you're going to get a response out of me with the spicy food.
All right, well, let's hope this isn't too tough, and let's just get right into it. So, we're going to start from this side of the table. This first one's sriracha. We're going to have messy hands. What's up? So, you served 30 years in the Navy, you've lived all around the country and abroad, Japan and Germany. You've set foot on every continent but Antarctica. So as somebody who's seen the sights and the wonders of the world, what's the location you've found the most beautiful in your travels?
The most beautiful sight in the world is wherever home is. Go out and see, you know, plenty of things. I've seen beautiful sights. I grew up in Montana, Glacier National Park. I've been to Canada. I've seen the Alps. I've seen lots of really neat things. But nothing tops coming home and seeing my family after being gone for 7 months.
Let's move on to the next wing. Okay.
So this is
it's mango habanero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be a mess.
A little spicier, more of a vinegary taste.
So you emailed us the other day with some background information before we conducted this interview. About how many times has Captain Sullivan cheated death or given death the back door?
It's probably something I probably ought not to brag about too much because we all know that in the end, death gets us, and I just assume mine not be some bizarre final destination ending course. But when I was 2 months old, I was diagnosed with spinal meningitis.
Oh, wow.
Today, that kills 20 to 30% of infants diagnosed with it. 50 plus years ago, it was higher. When I was in 3rd grade, I fell out of my bunk bed, ripped my arm open, just missed severing the artery, 57 stitches to sew that back up. When I was a freshman in high school, I was rushed to the hospital with appendicitis. The appendix didn't burst, but it was so infected they kept me in the hospital for 10 days and they kept my incision open to clean it out while I was there. Fell asleep at the wheel, going 70 miles an hour.
Wow.
2.5 flips with my car. I crawled out with a scratch on my ankle. Big proponent of seatbelts. Big proponent of seatbelts.
Yeah.
When I was my first year here, I was diagnosed with lymphoma cancer.
Oh my God.
And I underwent 3 months of chemotherapy, radiation, and high doses of steroid. Survived that.
That is so many. You're like a cat.
I am like a cat.
That is a lot of lives.
Right.
You are a cat, Tin Sullivan. Boo! Cut the feed. You ready to move on next swing?
Yeah.
All right. This one's kind of a big jump. This is Queen Majesty. It's just another habanero sauce with black coffee. So another thing that North Buncombe may not have known about you is your theater background. So can you give us the dip on where you started in theater and some notable productions you've done, or some stories you have from the time in theater?
I did theater in high school and I did it in college, and I even did one summer stock theater. And summer stock theater, I played the role of Barnaby in Hello Dolly, and the role of his Hysterium in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum.
Oh, nice. Can I get more milk? I didn't think this one's creeping.
This one started out okay, and then it's just kind of slow. It's a slow burn.
It's definitely there, yeah.
It's a slow burn.
Especially on your tongue.
My lips are on fire.
Okay, Captain Sullivan, this sauce is called Blair's Mega Death Sauce. It's the hottest sauce we have of the evening.
I forgot the liquid rage part.
And it's Blair's Mega Death Sauce with liquid rage. You really got to get the tag in there, or else it doesn't just hit you. So,
I think it's going to hit us regardless.
So a tradition around here that we do is called the last dab.
Okay.
It's where we put a little extra on the last swing. You don't have to if you don't want to. So you're going for it? All right. You're going to want to bite into that blood red spot.
Of course. Where else would we want to?
Of course. So,
Smidgen.
woo. Our chicken is cold, our mouths are hot, our souls are burning, our hearts are beating faster than they'll ever beat. Captain Sullivan, are you ready?
Yeah, get ready or not. Here it goes.
Cheers. Here we go.
Cheers.
Woo.
It's not bad.
Yeah, just wait.
Oh no, it's bad.
Yep.
Get it down. I was telling myself that. Woo. You know?
Hello, Betty.
You're handling it? Mm-hmm. Look at you. You're the Hall of Fame. Okay. All right, Captain Sullivan. You gotta read this, man. I can't.
All right. Captain Sullivan, you made it through BHB's abridged gauntlet of wings. You've crossed into where no teacher at MB has crossed before.
You've cheated death 9 times, but I think these wings may have bumped you up to 10. Before we send you off, BHB has one more request. Captain, can you belt out one of your favorite show tunes to close us out this evening?
You should have prepared me for this. I don't have a show tune right, ready to go.
Woo! I got it.
I'm calm, I'm perfectly calm, I'm utterly under control. Let nothing confuse me or faze me, abuse me. I'm calm.
Wonderful ending for this segment.
Thank you, Captain Sullivan, for taking the heat.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode.
And we'll see you on the next and last episode of the school year.
I'm Asia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is BHB.